me. Dwayne Dyer is our master distributor. He's first level. Ray Heron is the person that brought me in. He's second level. And then he brought me in, and I'm third, so I'm third level to the company. I think everybody in this room is in my group. A lot of times people don't know who they're under. I think everybody in this room is in my group. Most of you are under a fellow I brought in by the name of Tom Ferrier. He's my former brother-in-law, Tom and Carol Ferrier. I brought them in the business, and so I think most of you are in Tom Ferrier's line. And so about 80% of the company is in my group. I have about 980,000 distributors in my group right now. And so it's been fairly good. One of these days I hope to hit a reasonable level of success, but anyway. But it was a great day for me. I was with another company, and I was looking for a new opportunity. The direction my former company had gone, I didn't like very much, with various things that were happening that I don't want to go into, but I just didn't like the direction that that company was going. And so I began looking. Ray Heron called me from back east and said, David, there's something in Utah you should go look at. I went to a building in a place near Salt Lake called Sandy, Utah. I went to a building and checked it out. And I was supposed to be going to a place called Zango. But when I went up to this little building, it was just this little duplex, this little relatively small office building. And I went up to the door, and it had Cascade Marketing on it. That's how early Zango was. It had Cascade Marketing. And I looked, and I double-checked the address, and my address was right, but it had Cascade Marketing on the door. So I went inside and went up to the secretary, and I said, where's Zango? And she says, this is Zango. And I said, why does it have Cascade Marketing on the door? And she says, well, we're so new, we haven't been able to change our door yet. So that's how new Zango was. It had started about 3 or 4 days before I got there, and they still had Cascade Marketing. So I went up. I was skeptical. I wasn't sure about this. They didn't even have Zango on the door. It worried me a little bit. So I went up, and they started making a presentation to me. As soon as they showed me the mangosteen fruit and had me taste it, I knew that this was going to be big. I just knew that they had something huge on their hand, and it was going to outgrow anything that had ever happened. I knew that right away. I've always had a good feel for network marketing. I've always had a very good feel for marketing trends and for movements. And I just knew that Zango would be a huge movement. It would probably be a serious record-breaking type of company. And so I was concerned with a few things. One was the taste. It tasted good. One was the people behind the company. And I knew that that'd take me a little bit of time to know more about the people. Right away I liked them, but I didn't know enough about them to really trust them yet. Over the next few months and few years, I learned to really trust these people. Zango is headed by really, really wonderful people, high trust, high character, high morals, really good people run this company, people that we can depend on for the future. It's made me very happy about that. There was another thing that I knew that was very important, and that's to be on the front of a trend. Nobody had heard of the mangosteen. I had to ask what I considered to be a real magical question, a very magical question, simple question, but magical. I had to say, what is that? That's wonderful when we're able to introduce something to the world and they don't know it. And I thought, oh my gosh, I get to be a pioneer. I get to introduce this to the world. And so they explained what it was, Southeast Asia, all the things about the mangosteen. They went into the xanthones. They did some testimonials because they had been using the product for about a year. They went into testimonials on themselves and their family. Then I asked them another very important question, and that was about the science. That was very important to me because in network marketing, forms of marketing, a lot of times we get real exaggerated claims, and people make things up. Even to make money, a lot of times people will make things up. So it was very important to me to know if there was any science behind this. They were able to take me to a couple of websites, to PubMed and to Medline, PubMed.gov, to Medline and some things. And I was able to see some science behind this mangosteen, and I was really excited. So at that point in time, I left the building, and I started building, and the rest is history. It's been a great thing and a great build, and Zango did the things that I expected to do. It broke record after record after record in our industry, became one of the greatest growth companies in American history, not just network marketing growth companies, but growth companies of any kind. We became one of the greatest growth companies in the history, and we did something else during those early years that we still do today that I really liked. And that was that we really formed a huge charity alliance with different groups. We went into multiple charitable opportunities with Operation Kids, Operation Smile, Forever Young Foundation, Hope Alive, just many different charities. Best Buddies, with many different things we did. I had the opportunity to be part of operations on children in third world countries with cleft palates. I had the opportunity to help one time with Hope Alliance, with drilling in the mountains of Peru. I've had the opportunity for fresh water for Peruvian nations, and it's been just a blessing to be able to see this company and the charity work that they've done. And we lead the way. We not only lead the growth of network marketing today, but we lead the charity endeavors of our industry. We're the leading company with the amount of money and the percentage of money that we put into charity. That's who Zango is, and I'm just really proud to be a part of that. What I want to do now is move on and go into some the reason we're here, and that's some training aspects of network marketing, of Zango, and kind of how to use this.